Hello students, welcome to Machine Design 1 ME307. Today we are going to start new module cam and followers. Okay, we are going to uh, see about cam mechanism. This entire module will discuss about cam mechanism. First, in the first part we are going to see types of cams, types of followers, and then cam terminology. This is what we are going to see in the first part. Okay, in the upcoming videos we are going to draw certain cam profiles. Okay, let us move into the introduction part. Cam and follower, where it is used. If you are an automobile engineer or mechanical engineer, you will know about this cam and follower. Okay, it is used in many places. Cam and follower, it is used in many places, but in automobile particularly, to move this valves, to change the valve position, they are using this cam mechanism to change the position of valve, or to open or to close the inlet and outlet valve or inlet and outlet port. This cam mechanism is used. So here you could see an animation. So this rotary part, this dark green one, this is called as cam. Okay, yeah? This dark green rotating element, I hope you could see it. Okay, that is called as cam. And this one, the one element which is going up and down, this is called follower. Okay, yeah? Cam is having rotary motion, follower is having reciprocatory motion or linear motion. It is just going up and down. Okay, from this itself you can understand cam and follower is used to convert rotary motion into linear motion. Okay, we'll move to next slide. So this is what we are going to see in this chapter. Once again, the cam and follower is a device which can convert rotary motion into linear motion. So this is cam. Cam is rotating. Okay, cam, it look like a kind of egg shape, the shape of egg. Okay, it is having a kind of shape of egg. Okay, so this is follower. When the cam rotates, it is moving up and down. Okay, the same is shown here also. Rotary motion, cam is having rotary motion, and this follower, the red color one, it is having linear motion or reciprocatory motion. It is just going up and down. So it is used to control the movement of the engine valves. Also cam pump. Okay, cams are used in pump also. First let us see types of cam, then let us see the types of followers. There are many kinds of cams are there, but we are going to see few examples. Plate cam, cylindrical cam, face cam, end cam. First let us see the plate cam. Plate cam means the cam, the structure will look like a disc. Okay, so this is called plate cam. This portion, this is called plate cam. Okay, it look like a disc. So further plate cam is classified into wedge and a disc type. So this is disc type, this is wedge type. Okay, in the wedge type, linear motion is converted into linear motion but in different direction. In disc type, rotary motion is converted into linear motion. Okay, when the wedge move front and back, the follower will move up and down. So this is plate cam. Plate cam is further classified into wedge cam, disc cam. Otherwise, wedge and disc are example for plate cam. Wedge and disc are example for plate cam. Next one, cylindrical cam. See, remember this type. This is plate. Okay, va? This is plate. When this plate rotate or when this plate move front and back, follower will rise up and down. This follower will rise up and down. So this is plate. Next one is cylindrical. Cylindrical. So this is a cam here. This is a cam here, and this object is a this object. This object is a follower. Okay. This is a cam, and this object is a follower. When this cylinder rotates, that is, when this cylindrical cam rotates, there is a groove on the side of the surface of the there is a groove on the surface of on the cylindrical surface of the cylinder. Okay, va? So when the cylinder rotates, this follower will move front and back because it is following the this is following the groove in the cylinder. So when the cylinder rotates, the follower will move front and back. Okay, va? Next one, face cam. Face cam will also look like the cylindrical cam only, but on the side. In the cylindrical cam, in the circumferential area, groove has been made. Okay. In the face cam, in the face of the cylinder, in the face, groove has been made. So when the cylinder rotates or when the face cam rotates, this follower one will move up and down. Okay, will move up and down. Last one, end cam. Last one is end cam. Instead of making groove, the cylinder has been shaped in such a way that's a path, that's an irregular path on the face. So this follower will travel on this face. So this is called end cam. This is called end cam. Few other types of uh, cam. Cam, disc cam or radial cam. Okay. So all are radial cam or all are disc cam. But see the follower here. The follower, the edge of the follower is very sharp. Okay, edge of the follower is very sharp. So this is called knife edge follower. But here we have a roller. In the bottom of the follower there is a roller. So it is called as roller follower. Roller follower. Here at the bottom of the follower the surface is flat. Okay, our surface is flat. So this is called as flat follower. Flat surface follower. And here it look like a mushroom. The end is look like a mushroom. So it is called a mushroom follower. This is called a mushroom follower. So these are the types of followers. Still based on the shape, still we can classify the follower into many types. Okay, I have given few examples. Okay, so let us move further. And one more thing, see here the axis of cam and the axis of follower meet each other. Axis of cam, this is the center of cam, and this is the center axis of follower meet each other. Here also axis of cam and the axis of follower meet each other. Here also axis of cam and the axis of follower meet each other. In all the four cases here, axis of cam and the axis of follower meet each other. So this is called radial cam. Radial cam or inline cam or inline cam. Okay, radial cam or inline because both the lines meet with each other. So this is inline follower, they used to say like that. Inline follower means follow axis of the cam and axis of follower lies in same line. That is called as inline. Remember this point because in the problem we will see about these things. Okay, va? Remember about these points. Inline. Okay. See next one. Offset follower. Offset follower means axis of the cam and axis of follower, they will not meet with each other. See, there is an offset, there is a distance, small distance between axis of cam and axis of follower. Here also small distance between axis of cam and axis of follower. Here also small distance between axis of cam and axis of follower. Here also small distance between axis of cam and axis of follower. So this is called offset follower. Okay. Previous case inline, inline because both the lines meet with each other. But now both the lines have some offset distance. So this is called offset follower. While solving problem, we will get problem from inline follower. Also, we will get problem from offset follower. They will give a small word. If you forget to read the word offset means, then you will draw the diagram for inline and the total problem will be wrong. Okay. So while reading the problem, we have to be very careful. Which one they have given, inline or offset? Okay. Next, force closed, force closed or form closed, force closed or form closed. Okay. Otherwise, mm, I'll tell you. Um, Force closed means when the cam rotates. See this case. Look at this case. When the follower rotates, cam will reciprocate. Cam will reciprocate like this. But how it is returning to the original position? Through some spring force. Through some spring force, follower is returning back to original position. So this is called force closed. This is called force closed. With the help of some external agent, if you are bringing back the follower to original position, then that is called as force closed. See in this case, when the cam rotates, follower will move upward and automatically it will return to original position because of the gravity force. Because of the gravity force, it will come back to the original position. Here also, because of the gravity force, follower will return back to its original position. In all the four cases here, because of the gravitational force, follower is returning back to its original position. So it is called as self-closed pair. In the first lesson itself, we have seen about these things. This model is called as self-closed pair. But here, in this case, because of the spring force, it is returning back to its original position. So it is called as force closed pair. Force closed pair. Okay. Previous case, self closed pair. Here, force closed pair. Now third category. Third category. See, here follower is enclosed in a surface. Here this follower is enclosed in the groove. Enclosed in the groove. Follower will slide like this. It will go to left and it will come back to right. Not because of spring force, not because of gravitational force. Since it is attached in the enclosed surface, it is coming to its original position. So it is called as closure or form closed pair. This is called as form closed pair or form closed cam. Okay. First one self, second one force, third one form closed. Okay. Now once again this disc cam, once again this Disc cam is classified based on the shape. All the four cams are disc cam only. But look at their shape. This is called pier. This is called pier. This is called heart shaped. This is circular cam. This is drop cam, because the follower will move gradually upward at one point. At one point, suddenly it will drop back. So this is called drop cam. Further, based on the shape, okay, based on the shape, further we can classify it to many types. Okay, square cam, four lobes, many types are there. Again, oscillating follower. This follower will oscillate. This follower will go front and back. Oscillating follower, translating follower. Once again, based on the motion. Based on the motion, the follower can be classified into oscillating follower or translating follower. Further, already I told you, no, based on the shape, edge of the follower is sharp, so this is knife edge. Here we have roller, so this is roller follower. The end is flat, so this is flat ended. Okay, now mushroom. Okay, mushroom phased. So like this we can classify cam and follower. Okay, like this we can classify cam and follower. Further, okay, now we will move to next topic. We will move to next topic. See this follower, it is rising and staying in the top for few fraction of seconds, and it is returning back. That is falling. Rising, dwelling, falling, and dwelling. Dwelling means staying in one place for particular time period. That's what they have given here. Motion of the follower. When the follower moves in the upward direction, that is called rise or outstroke. When the falling returning back to its original position, that is called as fall or return stroke. After coming back to its original position, follower stays in the same place for some time, few fraction of seconds. Follower stays in one place, that is called dwelling. Okay, dwell. Many kind of uh, motions of follower are there. Okay, rise fall, continuously rise and continuously fall, again rise, again fall. There won't be any dwell. Okay, RF. Then rise, fall, dwell, rise, fall, dwell. First of all, follower will rise and then it will come back to its original position, and then it will dwell for some time. Once again it will rise, then come back its original position, then dwell. Okay, RFD. One more motion is follower will rise and it will stay in the topmost position for few seconds, and then it will come back to its original position, and then it will stay in the original position for few seconds. Once again it will rise, then dwell, then fall, dwell, rise, dwell, fall, dwell. So this is called RDFD. Okay. Okay, now I gave the introduction about the cam and follower, and then I tell you about the types of follower and the cam. Then we have seen the types of motions: rise, dwelling, fall, all those things we have seen. Now we will move into cam nomenclature. Cam nomenclature or cam terminology. Okay, cam nomenclature or cam terminology. That means important terms used in CAM. Important term used to describe CAM. Okay. See, if you are going to a shop and if you are going to uh, buy a bolt and nut, what you will say? You have to describe it. No, you have to tell the dimension, and you have to tell the length, how much length, and material, and all those things you have to tell. Okay. Uh, so similarly, while telling about a cam, we have to describe it. What is the base radius? What is the base radius of cam? What could be the pressure angle? What kind of motion it is having? All those things we have to describe. Okay. So that is called as terminology or cam terminology or cam nomenclature. Okay. Let us move into this diagram and see certain nomenclature. First one, base circle. See the arrow. This inner dotted circle. This inner dotted circle is base circle. Without the base circle radius, you cannot develop a cam or you cannot draw a cam profile. If you want to draw cam profile, you should know this base circle radius. Okay, from the name itself, we can identify base. This is the base for the cam. This is the base for the cam. Base circle. So this is base circle. So first question over. Okay. Second one, trace point. Trace point. So this is trace point. All these points. Trace point. Trace point means center of roller of the follower. Otherwise, suppose if it is a knife edge follower means this knife point. It will trace a point or it will trace a curve over. It will trace a point or it will trace a curve over the cam. So that is called as trace point. All these points, this dotted, all the points which I have marked with the red color, these points are called as trace point. Okay, trace point means nothing but the center of the roller follower. Okay, that is tracing. No, that is tracing a point over the cam. That is called trace point. And if you connect all the trace points, if you connect all the trace point, if you connect all the trace point, if you connect all the trace points, if you connect all the trace point like this, that is called as pitch curve. That is called as pitch curve. Still now we have seen three terminology. First one is base circle. Based on this circle only they are drawing the cam. Okay. Second one, trace point. If you connect all the trace point, you will get pitch curve. You will get pitch curve. Okay. If you connect all the trace point, you will get pitch curve. Okay, right. Next. So this is cam profile. You know the black line. This curve. This is cam profile. Otherwise, this is how the cam will look like. So this is cam profile. That means this is how cam will look like. Okay, right. So we have covered 4 points. We have covered 4 points. Right. Next one. Next is pitch point and pressure angle is remaining. That we will see in the next slide. Next one, prime circle. Prime circle. Okay. Prime circle. Smallest circle that can be drawn with the center at the cam rotation axis and its tangent to the pitch circle. Okay, I'll tell you. This circle is called as base circle. Sorry, prime circle. This circle is called as prime circle. Okay? This circle is called as prime circle. This inner circle, that is called as base circle. This is base. This is prime. Okay. Next one. Pressure angle. Pressure angle means angle between tangent tangent to the tangent to the tangent to the trace point. Okay, tangent to the trace point and normal to the base circle. Okay, this angle is called as pressure angle. Okay, the maximum pressure angle should be 14.5. For better efficiency, the maximum pressure angle should be 14.5. Okay, the pressure angle between angle between direction of follower movement and the normal to the pitch curve. Direction of follower movement and normal to the pitch curve. That is tangent to the follower and normal to the base circle or pitch curve. Okay, normal to the pitch curve and tangent to the follower movement. Normal to the pitch curve and tangent to the follower movement. That is called that the angle between normal to the pitch curve and tangent to the follower movement. That is called as pressure angle. That is called as pressure angle. See, you can see the same diagram and terminology in the book also. They might have given around 9 or 10 points. Okay, around 9 or 10 parts they have marked on the cam, and they might have explained that. You have to draw it on a A4 sheet, and you have to study these things. Okay, this is very important because while drawing a cam profile, it will be very useful. If you don't know the terms, means it will be somewhat difficult to draw the cam profile. If you know the terms, that is this terminology terms, means it will be easy for you to draw the cam profile. Okay. Nearly we came to the end of the video. Uh, Listen carefully. Listen this portion carefully, because based on this portion only we are going to draw the cam profile. Listen carefully. Okay, there are four kind of follower motion. If you want to draw a cam profile, or if you want to develop, or if you want to going to create a new cam profile, if you want to if you want to create a new cam, means you should need a cam profile. For that, for drawing cam profile, um, certain things are necessary. First one is base circle radius, that is necessary. Second one is follower motion, how the follower will move. What is the application? Whether the follower has to continuously move up and down. There is no rest between up and down. Means based on that only we have to develop the cam. Or the follower will move up and stay in the top for few seconds and will return back and will stay in the bottom for few seconds. Means based on that we have to change the diagram. Okay, because based on this information only we can get perfect cam. Okay, so first thing is we need base circle radius. Second one is we need the follower motion. What kind of motion the follower is having? There are four kinds of motion we are going to study. Okay, in our syllabus we are going to study four kind of motion, but there are many kinds of motion, but we are going to see only four kind of motion. First one, uniform motion or constant velocity. Second one, simple harmonic motion. Third one, uniform acceleration and deceleration or uniform acceleration and retardation motion. Uniform acceleration and deceleration. Otherwise, you can call this as uniform acceleration and retardation motion. Final one, cycloidal motion. Okay. Uniform motion, simple harmonic motion. These two motion very easy to draw the diagram. But uniform acceleration and retardation, cycloidal motion, somewhat hard. First one, uniform velocity, okay, or uniform motion. Uniform motion means the follower will gradually rise. There is no change in acceleration. Uniform velocity, okay, and it goes to peak and then gradually decrease. Gradually decrease. So this is called uniform motion or uniform velocity. For example, if you have a roller follower means it will go up. Okay, gradually roller follower will go up. It will go to the top. It will go to the top position like this. It will go to the top position like this. It will go to the top position like this, and it will not stay on the top. It will not stay on the top. It will come back quickly like this. It will come back like this. Once again it will go. Once again it will go up, and then it will come down. Gradually it will go up and then come down. Gradually again once again it will go up and then it will come down. Suppose if the curve is like this, if the curve is like this, if the curve is like this, there is a flat surface in the top. There is a flat surface in the top means the follower will go up. The follower will go up and it will stay in the top position for a while and then it will come down like this. It will come down like this. It will go up. Okay, it will go up and stay in the top position for a while and then it will come down because the displacement diagram is like that. Okay, suppose if you have a flat surface here, once again it is starting like this. We have a small flat surface here means this follower will come down and then it will stay in the ground for a while and then once again it will go up like this. Then it will stay there for a while and once again it will come down like this. Okay, so this is how this displacement diagram is explaining to us. Okay, so this diagram is displacement diagram. Uniform velocity, but it will not be like a sharp edge. Okay, wow. Because if it is like a sharp edge means follower will go up, suddenly it will come back. So kind of friction will come here and the surface might spoil or boiler roller might damage. So it will be like this, the smooth returning back. Follower will come up like this and then it will come back smoothly back to its original surface. So this is called a uniform velocity motion. Next one, SHM or simple harmonic motion. SHM or simple harmonic motion. Let us see how they are drawing this one. First of all, if there is a cam means, if there is a cam means, for how much degree it will rotate? How much degree is one revolution of cam? 360 degree is called as one revolution of cam. That means, consider this as initial position. It is rotating like this, and it will coming back to its original position. Okay. So how much degree it has traveled? It has traveled 360 degree. 360 degree it has traveled. Okay. For this much degree, it is having upward motion and downward motion, and for this much degree, follower will rest. Okay. Otherwise, we will go to this diagram. Here I will explain. So 360 degree. Totally, a cam is rotating for 360 degree. Now, split this 360 degree into upward motion and downward motion. Consider like for 180 degree, follower is having upward motion. For 180 degree, follower is having upward motion. And remaining 180 degree, consider like it is having downward motion. Okay. Further, this split this 180 into 6 parts. 180 to 360 degree. This is also 180. Divide this 180 into 6 parts. How we can divide? 30 30 degree. 30, 60, 80, 120, 150, 180. See, totally 6 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here this is outstroke. Okay, this is outstroke. That is moving upward. Outstroke motion. This is moving downward. That is return stroke. Outstroke and return stroke, this should be equally divided. Okay? If you divide this side by 6 means, here this side also should be 6. Suppose here if you are dividing this side with the 8 means, here also here you have to divide 8. Here suppose if you are dividing this side with the 12 means, here also 12. Okay, equally you have to divide. Now here I have divided this side with the 6, here also with the 6. So this is total lift. This height is called as total lift. This much distance. For example, this is 4 centimeter means. This is 4 centimeter means. I will tell you what is lift means. See, this is the initial position of the follower, but this is the final position of the follower. So when the cam rotates, follower it can travel up to this much distance. So this distance is called lift or displacement. Sometimes they used to mention this distance with the S. Do you understand? So this is what mentioned here. See this distance. Lift or follower rise or S. Okay. So outstroke is divided into 6 parts. Return stroke. So this is return stroke. This is return stroke. This is out stroke. This is out stroke. So here also 180 degree. Here also 180 degree. So this 180 is classified divided into 6 parts. Here also 6 parts, equally divided. If you divide this side with 6 means here also 6. Same thing. Same thing is mentioned here. This right lift. Okay. So the center is found. The center of the lift is found, and with that center a semicircle has been drawn. Semicircle has been drawn. So this semicircle is having 180 degree. Here I have classified it with the 6. Here also I have to divide it with the 6. 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180. Same thing. Okay, va? So after dividing it into 6 parts, this first line, draw horizontal line. First line and the first line meeting point. This is the meeting point. This second line, draw horizontal line. Second line and second line meeting point. This is the meeting point. So this is the middle point, middle line and the middle line meeting point. Fourth line and the fourth line in the box meeting point. Fifth line and the fifth line in the box. Last top line and top. So join these points. Join these points with a curve, not with a straight line. With a curve you have to join. Similarly this side. Fifth line with the fifth. Fourth line with the fourth. Third line with the middle third. Third line with the third. Second line with the second. First line with the first. Last bottom with the bottom. Last line. Connect all these points with a curve. That's it. We got the displacement diagram for simple harmonic motion. This is how you would draw. So this is how you'll have a curve. Okay. Next one, uniform acceleration or and deceleration, or uniform acceleration and retardation. Here, split the outstroke into 6 parts. Okay, and split the middle line. Split the middle line into 6 parts. Split the middle line into 6 parts, like this. One, two, three, four. Here I think they split it into 8. So middle also 8. Okay, suppose if you have split it into 6 parts means in the middle also you have to split into 6 parts, and you have to connect the first dot with the first line, second dot with the second line, third dot with the third, fourth is middle. Similarly here also, third with the third, second with the second, first with the first. You have to connect all these points. Connect all the points. You got a curve. Similarly on this side also. See, while solving problem, I will explain this one detailedly. Okay, so don't confuse. I am just giving introduction. Here, in cycloidal, in the top or in the bottom here, or you have to extend this line. Connect this top and the bottom and extend this line, and here you have to draw a circle. Okay, this circle radius is L by 2 pi. L means displacement. Okay, the displacement the follower had, L by 2 pi. You will get a radius like 8 mm or 1.2 mm or 1.4 mm. Okay, now after drawing the circle, split it into like this 45 degree. Here also 45 degree. Okay, Like this you have to split. Connect this top lines. Connect this top lines. You got a point here. Here also you got a point. From the center line, now the top line, you have to draw parallel line to the center line. Top two lines it has to cut. 2 points. Similarly, bottom line you have to draw parallel into the center line. Draw the parallel into the center line, and it will cut bottom two lines. Middle point from middle line. Okay, from this middle point you got from this line. Now, if you connect all the points, means you will get a curve. Don't confuse. While solving the problem, I will explain all the four methods in a detailed manner. Okay, you just watch the video once again. From this video, we can get introduction to the cam and follower. Okay, types of cam, types of followers, types of motions it is having. Okay, thank you. In the next class, we will solve a problem based on uniform velocity method. Okay, bye.